Live at 5.
After a deadly shooting in Duluth, what we know so far.
Plus, the Moose Lake community is mourning after the tragic death of an elementary student. And ahead of Memorial Day celebrations, it's Safe Boating Week. We share some tips to keep you safe on the water. And Bob Dylan is celebrating a big birthday today, and local communities are taking part.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. New details in a deadly shooting that happened in Duluth Saturday night. A teen was charged with second-degree murder today after police say he fatally shot a man in the head during a fight. The shooting happened around 7 o'clock Saturday night on the 100 block of East 3rd Street downtown. That's right next to the historic Old Central building. Tonight we're learning the suspect is 17-year-old Patrick Batiste Jr. Court documents say he's from Proctor. He appeared in juvenile court this morning. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo has been following the story and has more on the events leading up to the shooting.
We know officers arrived here on scene at East 3rd Street to find a 22-year-old victim with one gunshot wound to the head. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. The victim hasn't been identified yet. Police say Batiste left the scene and authorities found a .45 caliber pistol in a nearby alley. Surveillance video shows a fight before the shooting. Court documents say Batiste could be seen raising a gun and firing a shot into a crowd of people. The victim was in Batiste's line of sight. After he fired the weapon, the victim fell to the ground. According to court documents, Batiste also fired another shot before running from the area. He was eventually taken into custody and is still being held at a local juvenile detention center. St. Louis County District Attorney Mark Rubin says he's trying to get the case moved to adult court. We'll be monitoring it for the latest.
All right, thanks, Kendall. This is Duluth's first homicide in 2021. Anyone with additional information is asked to contact the Duluth Police Department. The Moose Lake community is rallying behind a local family after their 7-year-old son died over the weekend. Drew Nordstrom was killed when the ATV he was on rolled on Friday. Since then, the town of Moose Lake has stepped up to help them honor his life and raise money. A GoFundMe page collected more than $22,000 in just the past few days. Many residents have also left hockey sticks outside their homes to keep Drew's memory alive. That was also the goal at Drew's elementary school today.
It's just a terrible tragedy that will be with us for a long time, but we will always have those great memories of Drew, and you know, his legacy will live on.
Drew was a first grader at Moose Lake Elementary School. The school created a memorial wall where students can leave messages to Drew. They are also providing counseling services for all students. And now tonight, new details about a fire at an International Falls paper mill over the weekend. The fire started at the PCA paper mill around 4:30 last night. The mayor tells us they had it under control 4 hours later. The I-Falls fire chief says the fire likely started on a paper-making machine shortly after a citywide power outage. He says those machines aren't able to handle being shut down so quickly. The chief says some paper burned and one of the paper-making machines was damaged. No word yet on how much that damage will cost. Thankfully, no one was hurt. And some good news after a wildfire burned hundreds of acres in and around the Boundary Waters. Tonight, we're learning the Bajik fire is 100% contained. A lightning strike started the fire a week ago. It burned about 950 acres and destroyed a cabin and 3 outbuildings on private property. A fire crew is still on scene. They'll be checking for any hot spots over the coming days. Well, Dave is here for a first check of the weather. Dave, thankfully, that rain that we got, that you told us we were going to get, did help a lot with that fire.
Yeah, we got some good soakers over the past couple of days, and there's one more round left tonight. But in the wake of all the rain we received, yes, the good news is that it's taken down the fire danger. Not so good news, it's creating some troubles with fog, and we've already had an accident on I-35 because of the dense fog. National Weather Service has a dense fog advisory in effect for lakeside communities tonight through about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and this encompasses Lake Superior as well, so mariners, be ready to use your radar and to have all your warning signals ready to go. It's going to be thick as pea soup out there overnight in case you're going to boat or go a little fishing there. Okay, Here's the Doppler map, and we still have one last low-pressure system to work through our area, so there's a 40 to 60% chance for rain overnight tonight, and we're already seeing it paying off in central parts of Douglas County, bubbling under the severe category, but some thunderstorms could be mixed into this deal as well. Now we eye up our short-term forecast, which says there's that 40 to 60% chance for rain, showers, and thunderstorms overnight tonight with lows in the mid-50s. Then tomorrow, it slowly clears up towards partly cloudy, and southerly winds going at 20 miles per hour push our temps back to 80. It's a similar situation to Saturday. Just like Sunday, Tuesday's going to tumble, or actually Wednesday's going to tumble temperature-wise very drastically, going from 80 maybe to 50 or so, maybe 60. We'll talk more about it in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Today, President Biden received a briefing from officials at the Federal Emergency Management Administration, or FEMA, on the upcoming hurricane season. His visit comes as Congress is likely to miss a couple of legislation deadlines over the next few days on two of the president's top issues. Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
President Biden visited FEMA headquarters the same day the White House announced he will direct $1 billion to states, communities, and tribal governments for disaster preparation.
We're going to spare no expense, no effort to keep Americans safe and respond to crises when they arise.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says it's expecting an above-normal hurricane season this year, with a likely range of 13 to 20 named storms.
We're going to be prepared. We have to be ready.
This week, President Biden is also facing self-imposed deadlines on two key issues: infrastructure and police reform.
Mr. President!
The president will meet privately with members of George Floyd's family at the White House Tuesday, marking the one-year anniversary of his killing. Congress is not likely to meet the president's calls to reach a deal by Tuesday on the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act.
We're making good progress, hopeful progress, but we still have a lot of work to do.
President Biden also wants to see significant progress on his American Jobs Plan by Memorial Day. Last week, the president gave Republicans a counteroffer, slashing his infrastructure plan from $2.3 to $1.7 trillion.
The ball is in their court. We are awaiting their counterproposal. We would welcome that.
At the heart of the negotiations is defining the scope of the bill.
Senate Republicans say the president's new proposal is still well above what they believe Congress can pass with bipartisan support, though talks with the administration continue. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The White House says the president is signing the Alaska Tourism Restoration Act into law today. The bill will allow cruise ships to return to the state this year by temporarily waiving a requirement that foreign-owned vessels stop in Canada. Canada has banned cruise ships until 2022 because of the pandemic. Well, COVID-19 vaccination rates are picking up in Minnesota. The state's pace remained about 40,000 shots a day on Sunday. That's the highest number in more than 2 weeks. Data shows a big increase in first vaccine doses, which now average nearly 18,000 a day. That's likely attributed to 12 to 15-year-olds who are now eligible for the vaccine. And Wisconsin health officials are working to determine when they can reach herd immunity. Department of Health leaders say 70% of the state's population would need to be vaccinated to reach that goal. They previously said they'd meet that mark by July, but vaccination rates have slowed dramatically. If rates don't increase, health officials say the state won't reach herd immunity until the fall. Still to come on Live at 5, a local high school is fundraising for future field trips while also giving back. We have the details as we go around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Sports carries the largest selection of both new and quality used ice hockey equipment, skates, sticks, and goalie gear you need to play the game. With lacrosse being the fastest growing sport in the Northland, trust their knowledgeable staff to outfit you with the right equipment at the right price. Play it again Sports, Duluth and Superior.
At Extreme, we know when your internet works, your life works. Living with unreliable internet or slow speeds is a hassle you can't afford. So don't just settle for subpar service. Get Extreme Internet and transform your whole home. Prices start at $19.99 a month for 1 year. You deserve fast, reliable internet. With Extreme, you can get speeds from 60 meg up to an amazing 1 gig. Right now, prices start at less than $20 a month for 1 year. Call us today, 844-EXTREME-2.
Introducing the Cool Turtle, the ultra-comfortable mask enhancer that creates a protective, cool, and breathable space between your mask and your face. Simply slide under any mask or gaiter and immediately feel the refreshing pocket of air surrounding your face. Cool Turtle's ergonomically designed, soft, comfortable shell immediately reduces mask friction, allowing you to breathe and talk in a comfortable environment.
I can actually breathe. With the Cool Turtle, no more sweating.
It's like I don't even have a mask on.
Call now and get not 1, not 2, but 3 Cool Turtles for just $10. Order now and we'll send you 2 more Cool Turtles free. No fees, absolutely free. Plus, you can get a 10-pack of 4-ply face masks. Just pay a separate fee. This offer is not available on Amazon. Get the real Cool Turtle now.
Call 1-800-379-1590. That's 1-800-379-1590. Or visit getcoolturtle.com. Order now.
After a deadly shooting in Duluth, what we know so far.
Over the weekend, we had some high temps and then a drastic drop. We're set to do that again for tomorrow, with temps going back up to 80. I'll talk about it
tonight at 6 on CBS3.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia tonight. Fatal crashes involving those who aren't wearing a seatbelt are up 44% in Minnesota this year. That's why the State Patrol will have extra enforcement on the roads the next couple of weeks, watching for those who are not buckled up. So make sure to put on your seatbelt. Dave will be in with this week's forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. Bayfield celebrated the grand opening of a hotel that has been given new life, and an annual Bayfront concert announced its lineup today. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start tonight at Greenway High School in Coleraine, Minnesota, where students are fundraising with a cause. Those in the Spanish language program are gathering shoes to help pay for future trips to Spanish-speaking countries. All of the shoes collected will then be given to an organization who will pay the school by weight and then distribute the shoes to developing countries. We will have a full list of drop-off locations on our website. And by the way, donations of new, used, or gently worn shoes can be made through June 1st. So you still have some time. Next, we head to Bayfield, Wisconsin, where last Friday the community celebrated the grand opening of the Lake Superior Lodge. Previously called the Winfield Inn, the hotel and condo resort has received many upgrades before rebranding and reopening. Part of Friday's celebration also acknowledged and celebrated local and state leaders, as it is a Native American-owned and women-owned. New projects and amenities include a cafe, bar and grill, and an observation deck facing Lake Superior. And we wrap up tonight in Duluth with an update to a summer event. The 3rd annual Bayfront Country Jam is set to be July 2nd, and today they announced the performing lineup. Headlining the show will be Aaron Tippin, and other acts include Nashville natives Thompson Square, newcomer Jake Rose, and Twin Port's very own Whiskey Trail. The event is on rain or shine, and tickets are only $20. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. And still to come on Live at 5, this week is Safe Boating Week. We have some safety tips and what you need to know for days on the lake in just a few minutes.
Saturday, we cracked 80 degrees. Sunday, we dropped it back down into the 40s for some towns. Today, we struggled back towards 55, and tomorrow we'll hit 80 again. Does that mean another big tumble's coming our way for Wednesday? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast and our temperature trends coming up right after the break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
I'm Dr. Zan Corville. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at St. Luke's. Dealing with foot and ankle pain, it can be debilitating because these are complicated joints. And so there's different ways to manage each of these problems. Most can be treated without surgery. I'm a busy mom with 2 young children. We try to do things as a family that we can all enjoy. I love being part of a team and working as an orthopedist to help people return to athletics or getting people back on their feet so they have less pain for daily living.
Looking for a home run on your next home project?
Don't strike out by using someone out of left field who makes errors, balks at your needs, isn't safe, and gives you the squeeze by charging double.
Your home improvement company aced my window project, and working with them was a walk in the park.
We never sacrifice quality, and you can count on us to avoid curveballs and save you time.
Plus, they clean up, which is a big relief. Your home improvement company is a huge hit in Twins territory, even if their owner is a bit of a screwball.
Summertime in Wisconsin is the best time. Right here. A time for new discoveries. Time for adventure. There's nothing out there close to this. Time to reconnect with those who matter most. It's what a trip to Wisconsin is all about.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
You're in London at RJ Sports.
Tuesday on CBS3 this morning, the day marks 1 year since George Floyd's death. How the Twin Cities and the nation are memorializing him.
And we've got a warm day in store. Temperatures climb back to the 80s, but not for long.
So make sure to wake up with us.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Economy Garages. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, thanks to some decent rains over the weekend, the Bezhik Lake fire has gone down in intensity. Crews up towards Ely are being able to take care of that. And with the woods getting a little bit wetter and greener, well, the fire departments around Cromwell decided they had the chance to do a practice burn here. Cromwell and mutual aid from a lot of different communities got together to practice their skills without setting the forest on fire. So not a bad deal. 5 days worth of rain chances, one more tonight, and then it dries up tomorrow. But for how long? I'll let you know with the 7-day here in just a bit. First, we'll take a look at that fog here by the lake. So do keep in mind there is a dense fog advisory for the North Shore and South Shore through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you're traveling near the lake or sailing on it, be cautious. Right now at the airport, 58 degrees, relative humidity 81%, southeast winds running 6 miles per hour, 29.91 inches of mercury, 1,013 millibars, a bit on the low side, just a hair. That's our barometric pressure reading. We've got the last of a long line of low pressure systems to deal with tonight. Temperatures cooler by the lake, warmer inland. So International Falls, Grand Rapids, 80, 74 for Hayward, 79 Solon Springs. Those of us closer to the lake thought it was another chilly day, and it was. It's only 55 in Two Harbors, 65 Ashland, 54 on La Pointe, 47 by the lake in Grand Marais. Temperature-wise, we all perk up again to 80, just like Saturday, and it just might be as muggy as Saturday as well. Current situation, as I mentioned, we've got one more occluded low-pressure system to work through the area, and in Douglas County, Wisconsin, we're getting a cluster of some vigorous thunderstorms popping up there. Not strong enough to be called severe right now, but oh, the hail doesn't know the difference, does it? So watch out. That's going to be the big threat here. Some hail coming down out of this cluster, which is probably going to be pushing into Bayfield County here through the Bayfield Peninsula in just a matter of minutes. So mind your P's and Q's. Keep an eye on the sky. If you see it, flee it. Hear it, clear it. All those axioms there. Find shelter if the storms are right on top of you. Well, there's that low pressure system. One more to go here. Showers and thunderstorms tonight. Then higher pressure makes it dry for tomorrow and probably Wednesday. As early as Thursday, though, another low farther down the pike comes to bring us our next rain chance. Now, with this last chance here for a couple of days, how much more rain are we going to get? For Minnesotans, probably not that much. Maybe 0 towards International Falls, maybe a quarter here in the Twin Ports. It's Wisconsin and Michigan where we could go a quarter to a half inch during the overnight hours. So one more go around with rain, and now we don't have to call it much needed anymore. 40% chance for rain in Minnesota tonight with lows in general in the mid-50s. And it's a 60% chance for Wisconsin, Michigan. Lows there from 50 in Superior to as warm as 62 for Hayward. Tomorrow's Wisconsin, Michigan highs run 79 to 82. Slowly clearing tomorrow towards partly cloudy. Minnesotans will slowly clear towards partly cloudy as well, with 67 to 74 by the lake and pretty close to 80 farther inland. Then we drop temperatures drastically again come Wednesday, down to 60. And then we'll go even farther Thursday and Friday back into the 50s. And that's when our next rain chance is with us. 60% chances for rain Thursday, Friday. Kristen, Memorial Day weekend coming up. Saturday should be partly cloudy and 65. Slight chance for showers Sunday. And for Memorial Day itself, when we pay tribute to those who have fallen, partly cloudy and 71.
Hey, that's not a bad forecast for Memorial Day. I feel like usually we get a little rain.
Yeah. Memorial Day itself, often for the parade route here in
Yes.
West Duluth, it's usually cloudy, rainy, and windy, so that doesn't look too bad at all.
Looks like a treat. Thanks, Dave. This week is National Safe Boating Week, aimed at refreshing boaters' safety skills after a long winter break. It is a busy time of year for members of the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary, the recreational boating safety wing of Coast Guard forces. They say the #1 safety tip is to have a life jacket for everyone. Which of the many types of life jacket is the right one? Well, auxiliaries say it's the one you are willing to wear at all times. They say you should also stay sober, cautious, and alert.
And what we really would like people to do is constantly be aware when you're out on the water. Just look around for what's happening, and that will prevent a lot of misfortune.
The Coast Guard Auxiliary Flotilla of the Twin Ports will soon offer several chances for free, no-penalty vessel safety checks. The first will be at Barker's Island this Saturday. The following 2 Saturdays will offer safety checks, first at Lakehead Marina in Duluth and then in Silver Bay. Tonight, the Duluth City Council is expected to talk more about the plan for Spirit Mountain's financial future. A resolution calls for the city to forgive up to $900,000 of the ski hill's debt. Mayor Emily Larson also unveiled a plan to invest $24 million into Spirit. That would involve fixing up the Skyline Chalet and campground, among other repairs. During their last meeting, the council awarded a contract to an architecture firm to do a pre-design for chalet and campground renovations. The council is expected to talk more about that plan and possibly take a vote tonight. The council meeting starts at 7. The Northland Sun turns 80 today. Fans gathered outside Bob Dylan's childhood home in Duluth to celebrate the singer-songwriter. Dylan was born in Duluth and grew up in Hibbing. Today's concert on the front porch of that home was a way to honor the musician's legacy and his impact on the Northland.
We're here in Duluth, where he lived until he was 7 years old in this beautiful little house on the hillside. And we just gather, those of us who appreciate and celebrate Bob Dylan, his life and his music, we gather here together to celebrate him.
St. Louis County has dubbed this the Year of Dylan. There will be plenty of events over the next 12 months leading up to his 81st birthday next year. Still to come, one vaccine company has begun its trial for vaccines for younger children. More on that after the break.
Dude, you gonna pick that up? Because there's no poop fairy to do that for you. See? Take these. They're not just poop bags. They're pride bags. Because you're doing the right thing for your neighbors and for the health of the whole watershed. Gotta fly. There's a Chihuahua cranking one out in Leicester right now. There is no poop fairy.
Who do you see when you look in the mirror? Do crow's feet, wrinkles, and under-eye bags make you look 10 years older than you feel? Let's face it, aging isn't fun. We all want to look our best, so we feel our best. But injections and procedures can be expensive and painful. There's a temporary, better way to love your reflection. And that better way is Plexiderm.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? That absolutely blows me away. I feel better, and when you feel better, you shine. And when you shine, the whole world loves you, and that's a great feeling. Hi, my name is Robin, and this is what Plexiderm does for me. I shine. I feel so much younger when I use the Plexiderm. I feel like I look half my age, and I'm not exaggerating. I feel great.
Wow, that's incredible. What a difference. I think I look great. 10 years younger at least. There's been creams, there's been lotions, concealers. Nothing works like this. And in just a few minutes, it's amazing. The crow's feet, developed those about 10 years ago. And these little lines around my mouth, where did they come from? And I put this on and bam, they're gone. Just in a couple of minutes. I can't believe it. They're gone.
Forget the pain and expense of injections or in-office procedures and try the 10-minute solution that lasts for up to 10 hours. Plexiderm is so easy. Just make sure you have a clean, dry face and apply a small amount because it's so powerful. Wait a few minutes, then your bags and wrinkles will visibly disappear.
I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years young.
See the Plexiderm difference for yourself this Memorial Day with our $14.95 starter offer. Just visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
March Madness in May Vendor and Craft Show is Saturday, May 29th from 10 to 4. Fun, food, and vendors at the Loon Lake Community Center. For more information, call 218-750-7327.
Go on, get off the ladder and place it back where you found it. The days of dangerous climbs are over. Gutter Helmet provides year-round protection, preventing buildup of debris, keeping your gutters clear and free-flowing. With its heavy-duty support brackets and exclusive helmet heat ice reduction system, Gutter Helmet's been designed to withstand the harshest weather conditions. Get Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice for gutter protection, and never clean your gutters again.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Welcome back. Children as young as 6 months are now participating in a Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine trial. Pfizer plans to eventually enroll more than 4,500 kids with the goal of applying for emergency use authorization for a children's vaccine by the fall. The goal of the trial is for kids to have a strong immune response with minimal side effects. A doctor overseeing the trial explained that kids tend to get fevers more often, but also respond well to lower dose amounts. Children in the trial received about 1/10 of an adult dose and faced similar side effects to adults after the first and second doses. Doctors say those side effects could be a small price to pay, as many long-term COVID effects remain unknown.
COVID is the 10th most common cause of death in children in the U.S. right now. It is causing children to be sick with a disease for which we don't know the long-term effects.
Researchers will use blood work to determine how strong the vaccine response is at fending off the virus. If the children participating in the trial don't generate enough antibodies, they can return for a higher dosage. The CDC says it's investigating a small number of teens and young adults who developed the rare heart condition called myocarditis after being vaccinated. The agency says all appear to have mild symptoms, and there is no clear link between the vaccine and the condition.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, violence in America. A deadly weekend with 13 mass shootings in 10 states as gun violence explodes across the country. Plus, the red-hot housing market. Home prices up 19% nationwide. What's driving the buying frenzy? And age is nothing but a number after Phil Mickelson's big PGA win. We'll highlight some athletes defying the odds. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland, helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics. Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
Are you interested in working in the construction industry? Hi, I'm Jamie Bird, owner and general manager of Economy Garages USA. This spring, we'll be hiring building, concrete, and excavation crew members to add to our growing company. These full-time positions include health, dental, and life insurance, along with an IRA, on-the-job training, and many other benefits. Visit economygarages.com and check out our employment page for more details.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Parks and so. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
And I got a 6th sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
You
brought all these players in your Buick?
Yep,
So you.
it is.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Use purchase allowance to get up to 16% below MSRP on 2021 Buick SUVs. Visit your Lake Country Buick dealer.
When you live on the Iron Range near a mine, you feel the blast happen. The ground shakes. I remember in school, our school would shake on Thursdays at 11 a.m. So we would feel it, but we never got to see it. I want to go to the communities and find stories that haven't been told yet.
High on Mining with Kristen Vaki, Tuesdays at 10. Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and we'll see what's coming up tonight at 6. Tonight at 5, we learned more about Duluth's first homicide of this year. The suspect is 17-year-old Patrick Batiste Jr. He was charged with second-degree murder today after police say he fatally shot a man in the head during a fight. And tonight at 6, we hear from more community members as they mourn the loss of 7-year-old Drew Nordstrom, the Moose Lake first grader who died over the weekend. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.